Hey guys, how you doing? Let's continue on. This was a rest day for the guys, so I wasn't able to get a game, so I had to do kind of a non a recent game. It's kind of a past game. This is a game between Wesley versus Izor. And it's the queen pawn variation, so I thought, hey, let's give it a shot. Wesley played knight f3, d5 for Izor. Wesley played d4, e6, c4, a6, knight bd2, knight f6, and g3. So this is kind of setting up for close to, hey, g3. And now Izor goes knight c6 and Wesley castles. So let's take stock of the position. Wesley has a safe king, not as much space in the center as Izor does, but Wesley also, like, he has that piece and a fianchetto. Izor is actually 2 moves from castling, so he goes c takes d and c takes d, and at this point queen takes d, and then knight b4, and that pawn's gonna fall. d3 was played. Wesley played e4, which was puzzling to me. I believe that that's actually best. I would play this. I think he was kind of worried about that, but really there's nothing to be worried about. You just develop. And then you push here, and then if he takes, you take. And so he pushed there. West's got a pass pawn, so I think he would have been better if he had just taken, but he didn't. Queen c7, bishop e2, c5 was played, and then that was actually an error. This is the correct move right here, because if bishop takes, what you do then is take with check. If king comes over, now what you're doing is you're attacking, and if the bishop goes back, you bring up, and now in comes the armada. But it's a little risky, so b5 was played. Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes check, takes, bishop comes in, rook d, Bishop c3, g4, bishop g4, rook e1, rook d2, rook takes, bishop takes, f4, and e6. It's a drawn position. That's played. Let's say he doesn't play that. Delete that. Let's say he plays here. You just then come up. It's bishops of opposite. Sorry, it's bishops of opposite color, and that it's usually a draw. So that's why they called it a draw. All right, so let's get on to our tactics. Onward and upward, guys. Okay. I believe it's that there, because what happens is there's really no spot for the king to move. Rook takes, so it'd be rook takes, so after bishop, rook takes, rook takes, rook takes, and then rook takes, we're up in exchange. This prevents, so he can't move here, 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 and this would be check. And that forces the exchange of the rooks, and we win exchange. We can actually win a piece by playing queen to d4. Because if knight takes, queen takes, check, king, oh, let's say king up here, rook takes, check, and if king moves there, queen takes. So what do you think, guys? Queen d4. What do you guys think? Queen d4? I like it. I'm going with it. Let's see here. If I play queen takes, rook. believe that's it. That's, huh. Excuse me. Allergies. And if it takes there, pretty interesting for sure. Let's see here. Let me see here. Hey. Okay. Solid is black. So let's flip the board. There we go. Okay, let's see. Let's turn off the engine. Knight c3. Bishop b4. Huh, interesting. C takes, knight takes there. My knight goes to c6, okay. Knight a4. So he's going for, he's attacking here, okay. b2, knight takes d2. Takes d2, f5, huh. Interesting. a3, castle kingside, bishop d2, to bishop takes c5, b6, huh. Very different for sure. So his opponent castle queenside, which I don't think is the best move. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So like if b7, then he plays this, he gets to open a file like that. And also you have something like that, that's open for the takings. And you can play something like that, something similar to that, like that, a3. It's trying to prevent the knight from coming into here, which is kind of funny. That's not probably what his plan was. Interesting for sure. Because he's waiting for something like this, and then maybe something can happen like that. If you try to come back, you get that smacked right on your face. That's why it plays there, so that if this is played now, he's up a whole piece at that point. Now the queen's off of this file, so this threat has no teeth anymore. And the knight will just reroute. Or better, play up there, so okay. And if you notice, yeah, it's a necessity. It's actually, if it's not played, black would lose a pawn, and it'd be horrible. Let's just say he'd be wrecked comes back down. This bishop covers here, so this threat it can't be played. This knight covers there, there. It's like Khan has everything. Bishop f6. Now he's starting to maneuver his pieces around. Bishop e, c4. Now this queen is totally out of play. So this bishop is ready for the attack. h5, lockdown. Hey, you want lock it all down. If he's not gonna try to break through, lock it down. c6. Now our idea is coming to fruition. Knight f3, bishop b8, d4, bishop d2. We got to keep our pieces on. We have to hold on to that. And he knows that for sure. Knight f3. Yeah. He's getting off this. Yeah, well, he's trying to get off this file here, so that if he plays something like that, he could take back. Yeah. Yeah. King a1, knight b7, and now we're gonna try to see if we can't either go this way or that way and come in and fork that. So he's coming in that way because because that was gone. Or sorry, he now has the ability of these 2 points and potentially that point if need be. You don't want to go here because the bishop would trade off. So b1, and in comes, say goodbye to your knight. Oh, this is not going to turn out very good for white because now that's hanging. Now that pawn, see, the knight had to move to block this, but then in comes our rook saying, "Thank you very much for that piece, my friend." I mean that pawn. Now I'm up a pawn and I have a pass protected one. So you're in trouble now. Rook takes, queen takes, g6. Everything's cemented now. Nothing's, no infiltration's happening. This knight is still pinned here. This queen come over here. Come up, over, and whoop. See you later after that's gone. Bishop e3, bishop e2. Are potentially here, there, and maybe up there. I don't know, something similar to that. g3, bishop b8. See, it's making our idea. Boom. Hey, I didn't even look at the board. I didn't even look at the moves sequences, and I knew what Khan was going to do. And then bishop takes d, and there's nothing more we can say. Because if he takes here, what we do is we take here, he takes there, and then we take here, and we win a piece. It's like, boom, yes, we got it. That's what he saw. And so when that was dropped, the guy's like, forget this, I'm done. I don't want to go down this path anymore. Or even worse is that here and there, you have that also puts you up a whole piece. Let's see. You really can't. You could play there, but then you have that dropped on you like a bad habit. And then you could take here, and And I believe we have potentially a fork coming down the, or maybe even better is this here. And then if the king tries to run, then we have that. And then if the bishop tries to intercept, we bring that down and boom. It's like just crushing. But anymore now you have to, the problem with, they have computer engines now, and that's usually what players do now. They actually will put in a position. I'll show you. I'll pull up a right here. I'll show you what. Let's see somewhat of a documentary on it. Let's go to analysis board. So what they'll do is they'll say, I wonder what happens after this position here. Let's see. You know, something like this. I'm just setting up a position, and we'll just say something like this. Black castles, white plays here, pawn push here. Let me see what else. Let's just say I castle, he plays here and there. And then now what they'll do is they'll get to like move 10 like this, and then they'll turn on the engine, and they'll look and they'll see what's the best move for black. And they'll take this line up here, and you can actually, just 1 second, you can play out the moves like just doing that. Yeah, that's basically how players train right now. It's who has the best engine, and I've kind of learned that. So you have to really use your engine, but you have to remember that you don't want it to be a crutch, because if you do that, then you lose the sight of chess as an art. It's more mechanical, and that's not what chess is about. Let's see here. Pawn is black. Okay. He likes to play as black. That's for sure. Okay, there we go. Bishop takes, and b6. So he's not having any weaknesses. If you notice, his idea potentially might be bishop a6, take advantage of this weakness here, and let's say that black plays something like this, a knight, and then we'll say, let me see, I'm just trying to see what would potentially, and then we'll castle. I'm just saying that something like this is kind of what white wants to play on these isolated pawns, but that's just an idea. Yeah. Have full control of this right here. And that's the whole basis is here and there. So these points are under control of black. F3 and D5. So now if that gets taken, we have there. Now we have 2 points of attack with a check to boot right there. So we're doing real good. Knight develops, takes, pawn takes. So he kind of made his bishop not so good, but if your idea, like what you're saying, is to control e4, he has accomplished that. He can castle and bring his rook here to attack along there. c4, h6, h5, c5. And so Khan's now going for a mega attack. He's not holding back anything, not one thing. D takes c5, rook e8, and now he's even putting rook on the same file as the queen. C takes d, rook takes c5, and the queen's under fire, so a4 is played, pinning the knight. So what we want to do is take the pawn. There's only one slight drawback I kind of see, is that I guess he could castle at this point. Well, then rook takes, rook takes. I think he's still okay with castling. So now the queen's under fire again. Castles. Now Khan's ready for an all-out knockdown brawl, and it's time for his army to get under and ready to attack. To do good, I mean. Rook d1, queen e7. So queen's out of this pin. Now all it has to do is get out of that pin. So that's kind of the idea now. Bishop d3, knight comes in and he's going for this bishop. See, he wants to trade off one of the knights for the bishop because it's becoming more of an open game. And of course, you guys know bishops are better than knights in open games. Opposite is true. Knights are better in closed games. Knight e2, knight takes d3, queen takes d3, bishop, bishop b5. You gotta love the attack. You gotta love it. Queen e7, and then rook cd, and now in comes the second. Bishop a6. You were wondering, I was wondering if bishop a6 was a better idea. How far back? Oh. Oh, I gotcha. The computer kind of is wondering too. That's kind of the idea. That's why you can actually play, and then if queen there, you can play there, take the knight, rook takes, and then you take, and it's like, ooh. And I think we come out ahead on that deal. So that's one idea, and then I think they had another one, which is here. And you kind of have something like this. Oh, you want to see what the engine wants back. Oh, gotcha. I gotcha. I see what you're saying. Okay, so the engine actually wants knight e2. As far as it, we'll let it just sit for a sec to see. There's actually 3 lines. It likes that one. That's better for white. That one's second best, and then that one's third best. Right here. And then and rook, let's see, it has 3 things. The best move is actually e8. The second best is c8, and the third best is e8. So c8 is actually preferred if you were to think about it. Yeah. So when he played that move, that really was a poor move on the other guy's part. And Khan, I believe, takes advantage of that with mass effect on that. Knight takes, queen takes, bishop attacks the queen, boom. Queen moves to E, F, C. Next is going to be there. Castles, knight G4. Oh, you gotta love that. Because then if takes here, what does he do? Smack. Then you retreat back. And we're going to actually take off the 3 lines. Those sometimes are irritating, so we'll just do the best. We'll only do 1 line. And then we'll turn off the engine. So he, boom, 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 boom. Queen G. And then back. And then rook F2 is an important line. Because he's preparing for the infiltration point, and the bishop's like, you know what, we're not needed anymore, let's send in the knights here would be a problem, so it's better sometimes just to get the knight off the board. Now you're attacking here and here. See, oops, this knight, what was this knight guarding? So when we took that and the rook takes back, the knight once guarded that, so now we're attacking the queen and pawn. There's your principle of Aikido. Drawback chess. Knight d8. I gotta say one thing, that the person is very that Khan's playing is very persistent. But you just guard that. You just say, you know what, I'm fine. H4, And now the rook comes back, attacks the queen, and says, you know what? You're in my territory. Get lost, basically. E5. And now the queen is entering with an attack to win a pawn. The queen retreats back and the queen wins a pawn. It's like, what? Rook takes, and then queen takes another pawn. Rook A1, and he's trying something like that, but he's trying to bring his rook down here. And his opponent's in full retreat. That's actually dominating. There's really nothing now he can do. All these moves were meaningless that white played. And he's gonna checkmate him now. He only has one move that, oops, doesn't even have that move. That's kind of best if you think about it. Then potentially we could play here. And are here. That's a good move. So you can't do that. So he'd basically have to retreat back. Then you double up. And if he tries something like that, then you actually, I believe you potentially so the rook would have to move there. Then you can actually, at this point, let me see here. Well, this is a predicament now. Very, very. I guess you potentially could play there. Then if rook takes, huh? Oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I think it's winning now. Exactly. Let's see. Huh. D4 -6. Knight. A3. One second, let me check something out. Oh, it's not there. Okay. D5. C4. Oh, the queen pawn variation, yeah. knight C. And so it's actually the 3 knights, queen's gambit declined. You see how they could actually merge into different openings, not just one opening. They sometimes form into something altogether new than what you first started out with. Bishop G5, castles E3, knight BD7, and rook C1, C6. So black has a very compact position. Very cramped though, if you think about it. You can't exit. I'm sorry, you can't go to these 2 points there. You can't really go there because of that. And I guess there. Hey, good. How you doing? Oh, I gotcha. I see what you're saying. So after here, after G5, what do you think about? Oh, this here. Well, you'd retreat back and potentially you could castle. Maybe takes, bishop takes, knight takes, and then E4. Knight there. Let me see. So potentially maybe something like this. If there, then you might want to retreat back and implant along that line. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if he goes H6, you really have a couple moves that you can play. You can play here. I've seen a player actually come back here. As crazy as this seems to be, somebody actually played there before, but it's not the best move. These usually are the points that they go to if that is to be played. You'd either go to H4, F4, or D7. Yeah, that is true. Castles. Queen C2. There's a big attack coming down the pike. And H6. Now he it benefits black to play this now because of he wants to play B5, and then potentially he's not going to play there because of the attack. So it's kind of like a fake threat if you want to think about it. C takes D, or D takes C4. Queen takes C4. Now, white's full development. Yeah, exactly. And now his idea comes to black's idea is now to play here and then to break. So his idea first was attack the bishop, play bishop b7, then next break c5. So first one, bishop goes back, 2, and then next break. b1. Oh, he plays his rook okay to e. I think it's because he wants to give a just in case this trade happens here, he could actually take back and then there'd be a problem like that. And now the king has a spot to go to. Otherwise, if he did, oops, rats. Hold on, bear with me, guys. I'll get back to that spot. Okay, there we go. For some reason that my finger tapped the down arrow, and when that happens, everything goes to the end instead of the side. So okay, he plays this for the reason of a flight square, because he knows that white's going to try to, let's say black plays some strange thing like this right now. He's in a big time problem now. There's a threat of mate. So he has to move, and then the bishop just actually can take this, and then you're up a whole, and potentially that's checkmate. So that's why rook e8 was played, kind of to give room. So this, if this ever gets played, then check there, and if that comes, something like that. Yeah. So white's like, you know what? You changed your plans. I'm gonna change mine to go directly in for the takedown. So he's bringing all of his pieces in. White is castle kingside for white. So his rook is now in the fight, and then he can start bringing the f pawn up, and then rook over, and have a pretty good, as they say, a pretty good loft or lift. C5. Black was able to implement his plan. Remember, first here the bishop went, and then there it is after that. Yeah, exactly. C takes D, C takes, and black's now, white's better be careful because black's now on the attack. But I still think that, no, he can't play there. Snap. Yeah, I like this move here. Well, hold on. Nope, that's bad. Bad move. Drat. Yeah, true. That is a if you can get a piece here or a piece here, your king's pretty much defended these two spots. If you get knights there, the black king is pretty well defended by his knights. They control a lot of, they're really good defensive units, let's just say. Rook f1, queen e7, knight g4. So now there's a double attack happening. So if knight takes, the pawn's going to have to take and open up the position. Yeah. Bishop comes smashing in. Oh boy, wow. Wow. I'm thinking potentially this might have been a better idea than what he played. That just ended, even this was better. But I think he was a little concerned about, let me see, maybe something like, no, that's not it. I'm trying to think, what would he be concerned about? Maybe, no, we'll just delete that off the board. We'll delete that move. But that's the best. Yeah, g5 might have been better too in this scenario. Anything but the move that he moved. Anything but that move. Anything. This, like what you're saying, Fox, that would have been better, that would have been better, that would have been better. So, you know, this even would have been better. Not that, not that. And then he's going to have to give his queen up. No, I agree, you're right. Knight g5 is a good move. These are good moves. These are good moves here. Even this is a good move. And even that's a good move. But what he moved was horrible. Yeah, so it takes there. It takes, and then queen. Now black's gonna feel the pain because there's nothing but pain. Bishop takes. Yeah. I have no idea. I think it's like a threat. Sometimes they're humans. Humans make mistakes, inaccurate moves, and so it could be an inaccurate move. And boom, there goes another pawn. It's like, wow. There goes the bit. Oh man, alive. Wow. He's just getting tore up. I agree with you on that. You don't want your pawn structure to be wrecked when there's so many pieces around your king, and black is about to go down in flames, let's just say. Yeah. And this kind of, everything is now over. You know what, this would be a mistake, guys. Don't get tempted to do that. So the best thing to do, h4. Just take time. Take time. You know what? White's got all the time in the world now. He's up so much material. And he's even got Harry to come up and help out as well. Knight e4. I mean e5. Queen retreats back. Yeah. Potentially, he could play there. He could have played all the way back there to keep this pin. So I think let's see what would happen if we played. Oh, it liked it. Okay, it liked his idea. What about ours? Oh, sorry, I gotta take there. Rook takes, and then you can actually take. Oh, that's bad for. Ouch. Yeah. and white reside here. There's really no hope for white. Yeah, 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll leave you guys with this puzzle. We'll start our puzzles. Alright. So, let's see here. Oh, yeah. So what you guys were talking about is right here, 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 and there. And we were thinking about here. Okay. Yeah, the computer likes that, so. So that's kind of that idea. I agree with you that the knight there. Can we go over the line of... Yeah, not a problem. I would say we have to wait till the computer loads up. Okay, let's see. Knight goes there, and king comes up. Knight takes this pawn, but remember he's still down a queen, so I don't know if it's wise gobbling up pawns at this moment. Just take there. Now, if he comes over, tries to gobble that. Now we come in. See, now we have something to work with. And then now we win that pawn. Let's say he pushes. And if a check is played, you want f5, f4. Oh, you want g4. Okay, gotcha. How far back? At the very beginning? You want g4? Okay. Let's give it a go. It goes back. Gotcha. f4. Hey, you gotta love that type of a brute attack. Boom. And then pawn takes, and in comes the rook. You have to first go there. He goes here, here, and then now you grab a pawn, and now you have these two connectors, so it's worth and see, the cool thing about this is the knight guards this square, and then if you come up and the rook tries that, you can actually guard there. So yeah, the queen's trapped at that point. So we did that line. That's an interesting line for sure. We're still up. Surprisingly, you're still up in that line. So wow. even trading your queen off, you're still up like that. Let me see here. Okay, guys, puzzle time. Okay, dokie. Let's see here. Queen's right on this here, right on our rook. So is there any way we can take advantage of the queen? Thinking bishop c3. And then if the queen tries to retreat back here, Or we could take, no, then the bishop takes here, back here. We can't play rook there, snap. Interesting for sure. Yeah, that is interesting, because if we play bc1, rook bc1, if he plays rook over here, you can actually play bishop takes knight, rook takes, and then you win a bishop. Yeah, this, I believe that is the move, because either way he plays with these rooks, you still are going to win 2 pieces. What if he moves his knight, though? Oh, if he moves his knight, then we fork. Well, let's say, okay, here we go, hold on. Here, we'll say he moves there. We can still fork. Yeah. Okay, so we have rook there, so if we played bishop takes, knight, rook takes, rook takes, rook check, then we bring our rook back down, and we block. So here, here, there, and then back. Yeah. Boom. You gotta love it when a plan comes together. Let's see here, if we check, rook takes, check, comes there. So rook takes, king there. Can't take there, so the queen would have to take. And then the rook slides back down and she's safe. What do you guys think? Here? There. Take the bishop. Does he have perpetual though? Huh. I know this is interesting. Hmm. See G4. Yeah. We do potentially have queen here. Does provide a flight square for us. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. Bye bye. Have a great rest of the night and be blessed. God bless you. Oh, you want to go see my G5? I think it's perpetual. Because he's not, he's, oh wow. I guess it is equal, huh? Still 0. So it's actually 0. It's an equal position at that point. Let's see here. Well, I can't believe it. I missed that you could just take the bishop. I was looking at all different sacrifices and stuff. That's funny. Okay, let's see here. What do we got here? I'm believing it's that threatening mate, but that's just me. And if rook takes, knight takes, we're still threatening mate there. I'm trying to see if that's right or not. Yeah. So I was trying to see what was left behind by this move here. That point was left behind with that move. So I was just thinking, is that a good entry point to mate? Because even if if we played here, rook takes, knight takes, we'll say pawn. Say pawn up. So we have a check there. King would come up, and then we could snap that pawn off. What do you think, guys? Queen here? Are you guys thinking queen c5? Because it does do two things. It forks here and there. What do you think, Fox? I'm going to give all you guys a chance to, because I might not be seeing something that is there. Yeah, so I'm just wondering, I'm giving you guys, what do you think? Because I believe it's that, but I want to make sure because of here and there. Am I missing anything, guys? I don't think so, so let's go. Oh, wowzers. Oops. Why isn't this good? Oh, it loses. Oh. Ouch. That's a slam to the ego there. Ouch. That hurt. That's not fun. I didn't see that. I did not see that one. Oh boy, White's really... He's like totally swarming us. This isn't good. We're getting overran here. But usually when they get a little too over, they get sometimes they get sloppy. Interesting. I believe that actually looks good. Because if you think about it, if the bishop takes here, the rook would take and we're attacking the queen. What do you think? Queen takes rook, rook takes queen, knight takes queen. What do you think, Fox? Guys, what do you think? Do you like it? Huh? Yep. So if we take here, but if we take, look what happens. He takes. Okay, here, 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 mate. We actually, by taking here, we win a whole rook. Do you guys see that he takes here? If he takes there, we take there. Oh, I see what you're saying. So here, there, there. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I see. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because that makes sense now. Yeah. Okay, I see what you guys are saying. Yeah. Yeah, this doesn't work. I realized that it doesn't work because he could just take here and then yes, we're up a pawn, but it's gonna be pretty hard to win this endgame. Well, guys, I think I'm going to log for the night. Thank you all for logging on and helping out. We're gonna get our rating built up. Remember, it's all about keep going. That's the whole thing. Do you guys have any questions about any of the puzzles? Do you guys have any questions about any of the puzzles we did? Oh, a couple more. Okay. Okay, we'll do a couple more then. Let's see here. No, I think we're gonna. I looked and I have enough time for a couple more. I thought I had depart to bed a little early, but I have a little bit of time. We're on a roll. We have to continue with our green spree. So I could do one or two, probably two more. We'll see how we do here. Let's see, from here to here. This queen's right on our rook. Oops, on our rook here. Boy, the rook's almost on pre, so if only we can somehow attack it. Do we have anything that we can do to attack it? There. Attach that rook. We could try rook c4. And if that's there, that's played. d5. That is interesting. I do like that. So d5 attacks the queen, and if the queen comes here, we actually can win the bishop. Yeah. Do we take with the queen or the knight? So queen takes bishop. We then have the potential to win the pawn. The knight holds this square here for us too. If we take here, the knight holds that, so the rook can't actually come back and cause a fork. So we have to take with the queen. Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding? What? I thought he could just fork. Can't he just fork? Oh, he can actually fork there. Drat. Well, I want to see why this doesn't work. Okay, we actually lose the exchange with the queen. Okay. Yeah. And that guard's there. For some reason I was concerned about this fork, but then I forgot that he actually has this capability there. Yeah, it does. Snap. Okay, let's pull this one together, guys. Oh, it's okay. Not a problem. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Then when the queen moves, I guess the queen can move there, couldn't she? So if we played here, that is playable, and then we're in a pickle at that point. Well, not really. I guess we could just take with our bishop, couldn't we? You don't have to take with our queen. Yeah. So we try something like that to hold. Then we can actually play right there, and then he might try taking there. That has to, and the rook e1, it's either rook d1, sorry, d1, or bishop takes the c6. But I don't think it's bishop c6 because it surrenders that point there to the queen. And that would just cause all types of problems for us. Because then she'd have a fork here. She'd be able to, if we take here, come there with the knight. So it has to be the rook. See here, there. And then you're saying bishop takes. Maybe it's this. Here, 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 there. Hmm. That makes sense. We'll try one more. We'll do one more and then we'll make up for the 19. So we'll get this one right and then I'll log. Let's see here. Snap. If only this would work. If only that wasn't a problem protected by the knight. But let's see what this position tells us. Let's see what this position tells us to do. Well, he does have that. And that's really the only move that he can play. So if we play it here, he's got there. Oops. Well, if we played g4, then he's got queen takes g4 check, queen takes g4, and knight takes g4. So I don't know if that, not sure if that works. Oh, we played g4, okay. So g4 first. And if he plays there, the same consequence happens. Okay. g4, knight takes g4, and then, okay, g4, knight takes g4, queen takes, okay. Okay, I kind of can see that. We'll try one, we'll do one more, because that was pretty quick. We'll do after this one. I can't help it, I'm like, I love doing tactics. What's best? Okay. We'll take a look. It says knight takes. Bishop d6, and then you play there. Bishop. Bishop takes b4. A takes b4. Queen takes 2 pawns for a piece. But then g5 again, maybe. True. I see what you guys are saying. That is interesting. That is interesting. Okay, this one, we'll play this one, and then, yeah, 2 open files and a lead to development. That is true. That actually does, we do have that. Okay, let's see here. If we check here, and he moves over, we can actually come back and win the... So here, if it moves over there, we take with our rook. And then if he moves there, we take the knight. This, what do you guys think? Here, if he plays there, we take and then win after he moves. If we play here, he plays over there, we come down here. He moves over there, we take the rook. What do you think? I believe it's that. What do you guys think? Let's do it. Oh. This is a potential idea there. Or potentially knight there, but we win material. Huh. We'll try one more. We have to end on a win here. Let's end on this win. Okay. Let's do this thing. Come on. Come on. We gotta stay focused. I really thought that. I took that out too. I thought it worked. We won a knight, but for some reason it wasn't equal. Yeah. Go figure. Go figure, I guess. Yeah. It looked tempting though. We did have the right idea, but wrong check. Oh, you want to look at the last line? Okay. Why not? It's worth the shot. So you're thinking about this and here. We're actually winning here. Well, E2. You know, if we go E2, he wins our thing. Yeah. But we have to play bishop up first. Yeah. Exactly. We do. We would lose our if we tried to do the discovery. It wouldn't work. We could try that, but that still doesn't work. Yep. Exactly. That's right. Learn something there. You have to look all throughout the whole entire thing. It looked so perfect, but we were missing. We had one sitch, the knight. Okay. That makes sense because here, if he plays there, we win. Here, yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, with that, guys, I do got a log. This was fun. Do you guys have any questions about any other puzzles? And I know you guys were thinking, wait a second, let's take a look at what happens if this gets played. Like what was just explained, that actually is winning. Rook takes. And the bishop comes up, and now you have a protectorate of the knight. So, yeah. But okay. So, do you guys have any other questions about anything tonight that you want to go over on puzzles? Okay. Well, tomorrow they pick up playing in the U.S. Championship again, so I can't wait for tomorrow. That's going to be fun. That'll be totally fun. Well, guys, I think, yeah, we're doing good. We see how we learn from all of our, I guess we could call them mistakes, but learning lessons. And then we keep pushing forward and getting better. We have to remember that it's over time that something gets better. So don't get downhearted or downtrodden or anything. Just keep pushing forward. Remember, one second, I just gotta check something and hold on. Just want to make sure. Okay, good. All right, excellent. Okay, I wanted to make sure, but if anybody put anything in, remember, just keep going. That's the whole thing. And remember, always, 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 never give up. Okay, never, never, never give up, because that's the worst thing that you can do. You know what? The hardest thing is to continue. But that's what the Aikido principle is all about. Never giving up. So guys, as Wesley So says, serve the Lord Jesus, and as I say, God bless, and I'll see you next time on Chess Cruncher TV. Remember, there's always a plan in the position. You just have to find it. Be blessed, guys. I'll have a blessed night, morning, or evening, and I'll be back tomorrow, Lord willing. Okay, guys? So be blessed. Have a great night.